Hey everybody, Paul here from Big Cable Fitness with another London Marathon training update. Right, this week is meant to be the last big week of training, but I think it's actually going to turn out to be the first taper week of training instead. Not really due to the fact that I need to taper, but just because of the way things have worked out. Kids are on school holidays for this week and next week, which makes it a lot harder to get my runs in when I want to get them in. So because of the way my job is with working for the council and doing job clubs, or for the first week of school holidays, I'm pretty busy doing job clubs, so I had to be out at 8:30 this morning, up the road to Huntley for 3 hours. So although I got my stuff out to run at 6, I didn't wake up till 6:15, so I wasn't getting anything in before I had to go out, so that didn't work. I didn't worry too much this morning about not going out, but by the time I'd done job club, I need to get out and do some running. I'm missing it. Just done the speed work for the week. 3 times 1.5 miles at about half marathon pace. That was just under 7-minute miles, based on it being flat. Followed by 3 times 800 meters at about 5k pace. So that was about 6:10, something like that. And then I think second run, now the clocks have changed, I'll try and do tonight, so I get out on the actual roads, or else I'm going to be on the treadmill all week, and I don't fancy that much. It's Friday and I'm out for my first proper outdoor run of the week. With the kids being off school, I've had to do everything on the treadmill. So far this week I've done 58 miles. 54 of them have been on the treadmill. I did go out for 4 miles earlier in the week, but my leg was sore, I was tired, it was blowing a gale and raining, so it was horrible. So I just turned around and came back after a couple of miles. So I'm off out for 10 miles today, or this morning. So it should be the last day of 2 days of the whole training program. And I got 22 to do tomorrow. Yeah. 2 lots of 10k at marathon pace. I did my tempo run on the treadmill yesterday, but obviously that's flat, no wind resistance. So I don't know how accurate it was, but I was averaging about 7:10, which is still 15 seconds inside what I think I'll do on the day. So that should actually have been pretty good, but the big test is tomorrow, and we'll see how we get on. It's not too bad a day at the moment. The sun is out, but there are some dark clouds over here. They'll probably mean rain whilst I'm out, but it beats being on the treadmill. It's Saturday morning. I'm out for my final long run of the training plan before tapering starts next week. 22 miles with 2 times 6 miles at marathon pace, so about 7:25, 7:30, something like that. No idea how this is going to go. Yesterday afternoon's run wasn't great. I was just really tired. I was doing like 9.5-minute mile pace, lots of walking, and it was quite hilly, and I was just super tired, to be honest. If it hadn't been the last 2-a-day session, then I probably wouldn't have done it. And then this morning, I'm not really feeling motivated for this either. But and again, if it hadn't been this wasn't the last long run, I probably wouldn't be out here right now doing this. 7 miles in, starting to feel a bit better actually. It may be because the last couple of miles have been downhill, but just getting on the end of this mile first rep's going to start. Don't know how it's going to go if I have my first gel. Had my first drink. I left some bottles out on the course, so I'm having those as well to give me some energy. It's pretty rolling, I mean, a little bit up and down, but the wind's coming across, so I haven't got to fight it like I did last week. So okay, at the moment anything could happen. Just finished the first rep of 6 miles. I was managed to go under 7:26 for all the miles. The wind's changed a bit as it normally does. I ended up with 2 miles into the hill, or into the wind up a hill, but I still managed to get under 7:26 for them. And then obviously the ones going behind down the hill were a lot quicker. I had a run that was about 7:5 or something, so I was going to have a gel and a drink, and then I'm actually going to not cheat, but I'm actually going to run up the hill away from home for my recovery mile so that I get as long a downhill as possible. I think I owe it to my legs to try and make this last rep as easy as possible. We are done. I've still got a mile to go to get home. I'm just having a little walk before I jog the rest of it back. But the hard part's done. Second rep turned into 2 lots of 3. I stopped for about a minute after just about 3 miles in. Not entirely sure why, I just felt like it was too hard. But then I kind of gave myself a shake, got my head back in the game and did the last 3 miles. All of them were 7:26 or better. There's one little bit back at the corner of this road where you go under some trees that my watch seems to lose GPS, because I'll be going through running the same pace and suddenly I'll be 10-15 seconds a mile slower. So I think I was probably actually faster, but then I was having to sprint the last one because it dropped me from 7:26 down to like 7:48, because I stopped to pick up a bottle as well. And so I was having to sprint to get it. I think I got it down to 7:23 at the end, but I think I was actually probably 7:26 all the way. It's just because the GPS lost communication or something. But considering how I felt when I got out of bed this morning, and the fact that my legs are so tired, I've done, I think that's 95-96 miles so far this week now. I'm happy. I was tired yesterday, I was tired this morning, I was tired on this run, and I still managed to do 7:26, so I'm pretty confident that I can at least do 7:26, which is 3:15 in 3 weeks time. If the weather's okay and I'm fully healthy, then I think I can probably do that. Hopefully a little bit faster than that if you get a bit of a buzz and the adrenaline going and tapered down and rested, because if I can do 7:26 with 200 miles in 2 weeks, then well, I've got 3 weeks left and I'm going to be doing about 120, 130 miles across those 3 weeks, so I should be nicely rested. But I'm just going to jog this out, get home, and then have a bit of a party this afternoon. Eat some unhealthy carbs, because the last really long run of training is done. Yeah, no more long runs.